South 14, Francisco Guzmán, Storm Morgan 27, Warren Campo, Ernest Herring 22, John Hamilton, Deuel-Cohen 13, Jim Gauthier, Dennis Spears, table 18.
I see Mr. Cohen just stepped into the arena.
You hit balls already? Yep.
Want to take a quick check on the spins and tables. Mr. Brody just walked by and said hello. Hopefully a little bit later we can get him to sit down and do a little commentary for us. Corey's going to hit a few balls here before we get going. This should probably be a real good game. I mean, Stefan Cohen is a returning former champion of this event. I believe it was 2009 or 2010 when he won it last. And Corey, he's absolute magician when it comes to straight ball. That's such a beautiful game. sorry if I'm not very talkative, guys. I'm just here by myself right now. Upstate Island is doing a little work on the internet right now. Much interaction going on.
Every hour and a half. With our last round tonight at 9 p.m. Right now, I'd like to direct your attention out on the floor, and our matches that are out on the floor for this round. In the corner on table 22, Mr. Warren Kiamko, Mr. Earl Herring.
Mr. Al is coming back in the booth.
Yeah, we just updated the forums on live stream news. For the scheduling live stream matches, just go to live-stream-news.com and look under the 73rd World Tournament, and you have your TV guide. Today's stream.
Get the word out and spread the word of all the streams that we're going to have today of all the action.
Moving over here to table number 14, our current reigning champion, Mr. John
Guys, why don't you
Schmidt.
swing by there and
His opponent, Mr. Eddie Kwok.
start spreading the word to some of the streams that you may have
And
going
table
on.
number 18, Jim Gauthier and Dennis Spears. And right now, I'd like to direct your attention to the TV table. And once again, welcome to the 73rd World 14-1 Tournament, sponsored by All Housing Tables, and proudly co-sponsored by Dr. Michael Fedak. Other co-sponsors are Championship Cloth, Tour Edition 3030, Fury Cues, Aramith Hall, Master Cloth, Pool and Billiards Magazine, Amsterdam Billiards, Inside Pool Magazine, the National Amateur Pool League, NAPL, and Dragon Promotions. And sponsored and hosted here at Steinway Cafe and Billiards in New York City. Our patron sponsors are Stuart McKenna and Tom Gleich, and our co-contributors are Dr. James Heller and Charles Eames. Right now, I'd like to direct your attention to our two opponents for our streaming match, which can be seen on InsidePool.tv. First up, he was the second in the U.S. Open one pocket this year. He's a 2013 U.S. Open.
Almost like that. It shoots like that to the players it does.
All right, here we go again. He was the second in the U.S. Open one pocket this year.
Corey, it doesn't really like it. Go on to another player.
Well, your voice is pretty loud, John. Give it a shot.
You're gonna have to just do it all natural. So that's
All right. Well, we can hear.
All right. We'll move on for that.
The 2013. All right, forget it. He's the 2013 U.S. Open Snooker champion. He's sponsored by OBQs, Diamond Billiards, Corey'sCollection.com. Let's hear it for Corey Deuel. And his opponent from France. He's a 9-ball and 10-ball European champion. He's sponsored by Predator Cues and Glitchy Montmartre and Kamui Products. Okay, he is our 2009 World 14-1 champion of this event. We put our hands together for Mr. Stefan Cohen. Gentlemen, you may like your break. Good luck, gentlemen.
Very good, John.
Thank you.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the 73rd 2013 World Tournament at Steinway Billiards in Queens, New York. I'm upstate out, sitting in the booth alongside Steve Kurtz.
Good morning, everyone.
And we're about to watch Mr. Corey Deuel and Stephen Cohen play this match. And I don't know if you heard, John Lehman, Stephen Cohen did take this event down in 2009. So he is one of the champions. And we all know Corey is a champion within his own rights. So we're looking forward to an exciting match here.
And Corey definitely has the capability of taking this tournament down. apologize there, guys. We were just trying to update the board at the bottom. Get all of our ducks in a row. And what kind of shot that Stefan has here. I'm sure that ball will pass into the bottom right corner. I mean, if so, it looks like you might have a wired combination at the bottom of the rack there with that 5-11 maybe. Okay. Get a little bit more of an angle than I already did. You may be able to swing off that 4 ball back to the middle of the table to play that 6 ball and re-break the cluster.
What do you think he's going to play, the 3 ball?
Yeah, he's going to play the 3. He'll swing out towards the middle of the table.
Bank the 3? Can't bank it. He's going to have to cut
this.
this.
He's going to cut it in.
Wow.
Go 1 rail.
What is he looking at here? Is he looking at the billiard?
A little bit more firmer and go 3 rails back to the middle of the table for that 6 ball as well. I think he's got full sight on that ball. Unless he may be tucked in a little bit on that ball there in the cluster.
He's just going to elect to try to play up table, I guess, and go safe.
That's exactly what he did. Trying to freeze Corey up on that top rail. He didn't quite get there. Kind of overdid it a little bit. I think Corey has sight on that lower ball there, that 4 ball.
Yeah, but look at the distance.
Yeah, it's,
you know.
Corey's got those young eyes.
Yeah. There's nothing like having a ball wired and just smashing them.
Yeah, this is
true.
True.
From this distance instead of taking that route of shooting this long shot. I mean, if you miss it, you're missing to a guy that took this event down.
Yeah, you miss it. You're reserving a spot in the chair for a little while.
Yeah. You don't want to be sitting there freezing.
He's got to be careful here too. If he does go, he may carry him off the top of that 5 ball and maybe go in the corner there on the left side.
I mean, if he doesn't find anything that's wide, why not just elect to play safe?
You can back scratch here as well.
Yeah, but then he's on 1. Yeah, I mean, that can go on. We know how that goes.
Mm-hmm. Don't see too many good safe opportunities here either.
I don't,
I think Corey is as stuck as we are here in the chair.
Do you fire at the shot? What do you got? I mean, what do you?
He has to. I don't really see a good save. I think he's just going to roll up to the back of the pack here. I don't think he's going to hit it firm enough to try and hit something to the rail. He's really risking freeing something up. Take that intentional and put it back on Cohen to put it in the same spot, hoping that he doesn't quite get there and, exposing something for Corey.
I don't like just taking an intentional and rolling the cue ball down to the side, the lower part of the table, because he's still going to be on 1.
I think going 2 rails to the back of the cluster, but not hard enough to get something to the rail.
What he's going to do.
Now Stefan will probably look to hit the
9 ball.
Left side of the 9 ball, get back
Put him back up table.
Corey's hoping that he doesn't get there and maybe leaving that 4 ball that's close to the cluster there towards the bottom right corner of the rack area.
Giving him an opportunity to see it. How about the 5-10? That looks close.
It looks a little high, and there's a space there, so it's not going to throw us in the pocket, I don't believe.
There you go.
Stefan's going to take a back scratch. Right back up where he was.
How's the speed?
That looks real good.
Does he work
He's
for
actually
that
better than
company
he was
called
before.
Crazy Glue? Wow, it looks like he stuck it to the rail.
Looks like Corey's plan kind of backfired a little bit. I mean, if you're Corey, do you go for that 4-ball that's in the bottom part of the rack there? Try and cut that in?
From here?
I know.
I wouldn't
don't.
even
I'm
think
saying
about
if I'm Corey.
Why it's not going to hold it?
It's gotta be started and stopped.
I'm sorry, guys. We have a little bit of conversation going on here with Alvin.
I have.
Work out some
I
thoughts
got.
here.
Yeah, I got a little bit of work to do. I'm going to have Mrs. Kurtz. Do you know that young lady by any chance, Steve?
Oh, she is.
Heather.
Quite sure
Heather
about
Kurtz.
it.
Oh, okay. She's known as the Hammer. And she's going to step
okay,
in the
yeah,
booth.
I've heard of her.
Okay, very good. You know what?
Okay,
We're gonna
sounds
jump
like we
up
have a
one
treat,
more
and, Max
one more
Eberle's
commentator.
gonna
We're gonna
step
bring in, yeah, Max Eberle's gonna step in the booth here, folks. Give him a second. He'll be right in.
I think Max is actually going to teach me a thing or two while sitting here with him. Definite treat for me.
What's up, Steve?
Good morning there, Mr. Eberle.
Thank you, Mr. Kurtz. So, Corey opted out not to shoot that break shot. 1 second.
Sorry, guys. Dennis had just coming over to ask me some questions. Give us 1 second. We're still going back and forth here a little bit on safeties and back scratch. And, I think each player is just waiting for that one chance to just break free and get something going here. It's just a matter of patience and waiting for that opportunity.
So, yeah, I was saying the 13 ball. Corey
Right.
could have tried to fire that in, right? In the
He
beginning.
could have, but I think knowing that Stefan was sitting there waiting, you know,
Right.
he's definitely capable of running out the game.
Well, judging the way the rack is going now, I guess it was a good, not a bad thing to opt out of that shot because nothing really has happened.
Right, yeah, they're taking some back scratches back and forth and just waiting for that opportunity.
Yeah, sometimes when you float the ball up table to hit a ball thin, you got to risk not hitting it because it's better not to hit it sometimes than to hit it too full.
Right, I think when Corey had that opportunity to take that break shot, there was a possibility that he was going to carry him off one of the lower balls and scratch into that corner.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you tell me what's the play here?
Well, let's see. That ball does. You could go for that shot, right? That loose ball. But if that's not the, I like.
I'm not really sure where they are with scratching and whatnot, so we have a little distraction here before us. So
Have to look at the stack. If there's a dead ball, then it would change everything. But if you could glance off that 14 real thin, bump it into the 4, so that nothing leaks out, then play the cue ball back up.
right, I mean,
Towards
you
that
can
corner
also
pocket.
glance off that 6 ball there and
Yeah.
go 1, 2, and up, somewhere around the between the first and second diamond there, close to the right
Mhm.
top corner.
Yeah, as long as you don't
As long as
nudge
you don't hit
another
it too
ball
fat
out.
and
Yeah,
free up something on the other side.
right. Now, I was saying to a guy up here that these pockets are, the ding pretty big.
Hmm.
You might take one of these shots once in a while,
Yeah,
depending. Like this is something Dennis Orculo would just get up and fire at it. But
absolutely.
maybe not always make it, but on this table, being big pockets, kind of depends on how you feel on it. Sometimes you get down on a ball and you just know it's going in.
Hmm. Hmm. I think actually Corey is quite safe after that shot. I don't think he left much. I mean, it's combo here and there. I don't think he has full sight on that 4 ball leading towards the 14 in the corner.
I missed what happened there. Somebody was calling me.
Corey actually rolled into the pack.
Yeah?
With 2 frozen balls, which actually gave him easy out to the one of the lower balls getting to the rail.
Hmm. So he played a safety into the
Yeah,
rack?
I think. Yeah, that's an easy safety right there. He banked that ball out. Oh. He took an intentional. I don't know if that was intentional, but he had to take a foul on that ball. Now it's a little bit harder right now for Corey to defend the shot, because if he plays off that 6 ball and goes up table, with that 11 is pretty free. I think he's just going to nudge it, take another foul.
Brandon Schuff made an interesting comment. We were playing some straight pool in Vegas last week. And he was talking about how it's tougher than one pocket, the safeties, because there's 6 pockets.
Yeah, you're not limited to your one pocket.
Yeah, so, and in a sense, tougher than 9-ball safeties, even though there's only 1 ball in 9-ball. But here, every ball is, in play, so you can't leave just any shot. Yeah.
More commonly, you're going to take those intentional fouls just
Mhm.
because, there's much more risk of your opponent getting up and, running a couple 100 balls on you, especially at this level. Does he have that 4 ball in the corner? Will it pass the 11 into the left corner?
The 4 ball?
Right up here.
Oh,
Is that the 4
that's
ball?
a 5.
Okay.
I don't think it does.
I'm slightly colorblind.
Well, that's a common problem, I think, with the 4 and 5.
Okay.
Yeah. But you could slice a 13 down the rail.
That's no gimme.
No, and then there might be a cross-eyed
He's looking at
scratch.
the combo of the 8, 11 into the bottom left corner,
Mm-hmm.
which is a little precarious. I mean, what are the odds he's going to have a shot here? Because he's going to go back and forth off this and this.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if that 6 doesn't pass the 15 into the bottom pocket, he's taking a hard shot for maybe no up.
That was a big pocket because
Right
of that
shot.
ball.
And now he's got that 10 ball, and like I said, if that 6 ball passes into
Yeah.
the bottom right corner, he could get going out of the gates here.
Sometimes you got to take that chance. You got to just man up and shoot something,
You weigh up your risk versus reward, and
Right.
Get a little stale, just playing safety after safety after safety, But when it comes time to take that shot, you get a little tight. So you just look to draw out of this.
Yeah, no, I like to follow. It was just because it moved
I
things
guess he
around
was
a little
pushing
bit.
that one that was just to the right of it down,
Mm-hmm.
knowing that he's probably going to tie something up over here, like he did, but he had the other ball, which was heading towards that other corner pocket.
It's an interesting layout right here.
Mm-hmm. Going to play that 11 ball, maybe sweep up into those 3 balls there.
Yeah.
See how the insurance of the 15 ball there.
The 15 or the
Is
10?
that the 15 here?
I thought that was a 10. I could be wrong.
I wish we had a little telestrator.
Yeah.
We'll have to get Alvin to work on that.
It's a great view here. I love this camera angle and all the space to the left and the right of the table.
Yeah, the camera angle's great, but you know we're looking at a very small video screen.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Corey just has a little bit more work to do. He's got those 2 balls on the left side, just below the side pocket, which he actually just broke up very nicely.
Probably get rid of this 5 ball.
Exactly, the 5 ball, then the 8, and back for the 2.
And bump that. There's a ball up there next to the rack. Probably come up and
That's
bump
6
that out of the
ball,
way.
6
Yeah,
ball.
because that's wants to
Better-
get that out of
better
there.
to bump the 6, because if you bump the 4, you might.
Well,
Well,
maybe he's using the 6. I
Corey
guess.
just told me differently.
Yeah. Either way,
Now maybe play that 4 ball into the side.
or the 8, and
Okay.
because the 8's a hanger.
Yeah, you want to leave that ball as the key ball to the break ball.
Yeah, that
It's
is.
pretty parallel to it.
And then the 11 for
Yeah, the
the
11
4.
before the 4. There's your little triangle in pattern.
Yeah.
You know, at my level, I see those triangles, but you probably see like hexagons and stuff like
I
that.
make up all kinds of shapes, you know. I have a funny philosophy on that. Actually, I like playing real good patterns, but my other philosophy, if you're not seeing the perfect patterns and you don't want to sit around and wait for them until you see them all day,
Mm-hmm.
you can play a kind of a goofy pattern, one that works,
Right.
as long as you have the cue ball control to execute it.
Right.
Like, that's what I tell everybody, is that a well-executed goofy pattern is better than a poorly executed perfect pattern.
Yep. I know sometimes playing that goofy pattern, that perfect end pattern actually shows up.
But the more you play, the more you start to see these, you know, like tic-tac-toe patterns. But it's still
I think it's just a matter
ball.
of getting on the right line
That's
for the
perfect.
first ball lead.
right. Do you have the schedule for the TV matches?
You know who Al Leon is? The guy that was sitting here. He has the full schedule for the day. Yeah. Yeah, Corey, you think he'll stop here or just roll up the hair? Oh, it looks like he just nipped Jordan a little bit.
Off of this ball.
Yeah, off the key ball, which I was trying to figure out if he
Oh,
was
yeah.
just going to roll up a hair or, you know, you think Corey's going to lay into this break shot, maybe draw up to the top rail and back? You know,
Well, he's got to stretch, first of all. That's one reason I don't like it. And subject to scratch. I know Thorson's kind of a master at that power draw off the rack. But before, I don't see many other players hitting that. I'm sure there's a certain angle that he likes for that.
right.
Me, on this one, I like to just hit it, nudge a few balls out, and draw back to the middle of the
Right,
table. Don't hit the
draw
cue ball
back to
too
the middle
low.
of the table.
Yeah. I mean, you can hit it kind of hard, but don't hit the cue ball too low.
Right.
And then you force it back out just to a little bit off the rack.
Right. I mean, the cloth is in real good condition. It's brand new and a nice, clean set of Aramis. It's you really don't have to lay into this type of break shot.
Now, if he had a little more, didn't have to stretch so much, but had the same angle,
Mm-hmm.
then maybe he could hit it hard like that. I'm interested to see what he does.
Can you like stun it and float down?
Yeah, that's possible too.
You know, because you're going to be shifting 2 or 3 balls downward.
Yeah. Or you could
Now,
even hit it
sometimes
soft
Those lock up.
with follow, just even soft follow, and just play. It'll be one ball.
Yeah, you know, I don't like that. You know, I kind of saw that coming with it. You're going to shift over those 3 balls like that. You know, maybe that's why Thorsten plays it the way he does. Get that dispersion, get away from it, and then come back down into it. You know, with that big draw shot.
You have to smash him. That's how I would have played the way he did it,
I mean,
or that's how I would have tried to
he's got
play
a good
it.
angle here on this 10 ball where he could go forward off the rail and free up those two balls. And possibly he might have that ball just to the left of the cluster on the side.
He tried to squeeze in
Tried
there.
to just get there. And
I don't think he
I
got
don't
it.
think he did. I mean, he could play that ball on the side. It's a tough little cut, especially from being on the rail like that. I'm not quite sure if he has that off combo that's at the bottom of the cluster.
Looks like a pretty good combo.
Yeah, I'm not sure though if that 13 ball is impeding the path to that combo. I see David is commenting on the 7 ball. I don't think Corey likes his situation here.
Well, he's gonna. It's kind of like the right shot to shoot it inside, but it's tough off the rail. So wants a little higher percentage shot.
He's playing safe here.
Looks like Combo City.
I mean, is that 11 ball? Does that squeeze right through between that 4-5 into the corner? See the 11 ball?
Mhm.
Does that slide right through into the bottom right corner?
It might. Looks like he was looking at that.
You know, it's going to throw a little bit, to the left of the pocket because he's shooting across at it. He went for the four combo and missed it. He's going to let Deuel-Cohen back up at the table.
Well,
Yeah, but Stefan doesn't have an easy go out of it here. He's, balls really aren't open. He's got 2 balls tied up there on the left side of the table.
mhm. Well, that top. What's that? Is that the 7 up top, or?
Just to the left of the pack.
Yeah, but it's not easy to get on there because if he can get on that shot, well, there's a few shots he has, but it's not easy to get on any of them.
Right.
So he's got to make a good shot here.
Can he play that 11 up top and draw
Mhm.
and sweep over and play that ball on the side?
He could do that or break up those balls.
That
This
ball actually passes.
Oh, this goes right in.
This is actually an easy start for him.
Stefan he ran 400 some balls a couple years ago.
Not too shabby.
No.
Not bad for a Frenchman.
A lot of guys run 400,
As far as high runs, that seems like it's a kind of a breaking point.
Yeah, like the 4-minute mile,
Yeah.
right? Like in the modern day of professional pool, the high run that I've heard of is Thomas Ingert ran 492 on a 9-foot table.
Wow.
John Schmidt ran 400 and 401. I think Thorsten Homan has run a 400 and something. Do you know what that number was?
Not a fan. I know Earl ran a 408 if I'm not mistaken.
When?
Oh, this is some time back.
Really?
Yeah. I know in the last couple of days he ran 200 here while warming up, and he just sat down and quit.
That's what he told me. And then Jason Shaw ran
270, I think.
276. And Shane Van Boning broke his high run. Before it was like 113 or something.
He actually did 115 at our Super Blade.
That's what. Yeah, that was the one.
Challenge.
And then he ran a 211 here a couple nights ago.
Nice.
Table 18.
I was actually fortunate enough to get that run on video of the 115.
Oh yeah.
I got that up on YouTube.
He's been beating the gaff games here. These guys, they challenge him if he gets to break. Start with ball in hand, I think, and run 13 balls in one pocket.
Okay.
And he's been beating them.
Well, looks like Stefan still has a little bit of work here to do. He's got those 2 balls that are a little tied up in the rack area. Looks like the 5 ball will actually go down into the bottom left pocket. It's just a matter of getting there. I mean, does he play that 11 ball up top right now and then play the 13?
Yeah, I like that. Just to get rid of that.
Or does he play the 11 to get on the 5, just roll up a hair and then play the 5 to get it out of there?
That little combo is probably bugging him more than that 11.
Oh, I see what he's
He's going to get the 9-1.
Okay. Yeah, that works.
Yeah, and then leave those. Yep. It's funny, I mean, there's a big difference between a guy who's running around playing fast. It's amazing what you can do when you're in rhythm.
Right.
It's one, you got to hand it to Mosconi. I mean, even though I really didn't see him play, but I imagine he played pretty fast, even in competition.
Right. You don't give your mind a chance to kick in and talk you out of the shot.
Right. But you also have to be feeling it. But sometimes you can put yourself in that zone just by doing it
Right.
like that.
Okay, he freed up that ball. Looks like the 11 ball will pass into the bottom right corner. And he'll play for the other ball there. It's the cue ball to go one rail out of this. And pretty much put the cue ball back where it is right now. Perfect. We'll have to see where we're at with the score here. I know there was some intentional fouls and whatnot, so we'll have to let the players kick in and try and get a beat on where they're at.
All right, this if he hits the top ball pretty good, like I think he will, balls are going to break open real nice
I
here.
think you shoot it with a nice follow stroke. It'll hit the top maybe 8 ball and then warp over to the side rail and then back out.
Depends on where he hits that ball, how thin he hits it. Either side that he hits on it, it's probably going to turn out good.
Yeah. You know, the follow once it hits that left side rail is actually going to kind of give it a little hook to stay down table.
Or he just might stay right in the middle, like bam. How he did what you said, warped a lot.
And he's got that 13 ball in the bottom right-hand corner. Actually, I would actually opt to shoot that now, drawing into that cluster, because you got that ball on the left side there, the 15, possibly in the lower left corner. It's a good insurance ball. Or he can pop it and stay for the 5 in the bottom right-hand corner.
Yeah, I like that, because sometimes if that one on your left is the insurance, sometimes you get stuck and jacked up, and now you got to make a jacked up cut shot.
Yeah, you have to put a little bit of a nice draw stroke on that, just to get it out of there.
But I think the 5 should turn out good, as long as he doesn't get stuck on that 13. But if he goes into the 13, he's good. And then might push the 6 out or the 13 for a break shot. Oh, neither one. Just went right into the 9. That's clean. I like the pool ball carpeting here.
Kind of looks like we're in space.
I got this poster on my website, and God is breaking the balls, and the balls are turning into planets and
Was that one of your
comets.
paintings?
Yeah, it was. Oh, I designed it to be a poster. It's called The Big Bang.
Nice.
Made it in 1997. Had a bunch of them printed up. It's 24 by 36.
And what is the address for your website so that people out there could check it out?
Oh, it's maxeberly.com.
Okay, cool.
Thanks. Now, does he have a good break shot?
Yeah, I think I mean the 5 ball is a little high.
The 5 ball?
The 5 ball.
I think it's in the rack.
That ball.
The 1 ball. That's
That's the 1 ball.
yeah, that's for me. That's too high to really play for.
Mm-hmm.
But it's good for the side pocket. On the right-hand side, I shoot it over in that right-hand side with an angle. I mean, last resort, I would use it as a regular break shot,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't like having to follow into the rack that
Can
much.
you play for the 4, which is to the right there as the break shot? Or is that too far and too low?
It's a little low. Yeah, you could probably get a little bit of a break with that if you needed to. Be interesting to see what he does. The 11 could be a break shot, side pocket break shot.
Just took away that one option. Can he follow this 11 into the side and maybe sweep that ball down a little bit?
It's a good idea. Yeah, pump it out to the side a little. Looks like he's going to keep everything. Well, you know, he might do what you said right here.
He might slide right off of that ball, moving it
No.
downward a little bit.
Let's see if he takes my side pocket break shot. Because he's got a pattern for it.
Definitely there, yeah. You can play that ball on the left side rail to follow it down a little bit to have that ball on the side.
That was apparently Greenleaf's favorite break shot. Ralph Greenleaf. The side pocket break.
Nice.
And he used to hit it real hard.
Yeah, I actually like the side pocket break. Looks like he didn't quite come over enough. I think he's just going to come one rail out here and play that ball in the lower left corner.
Yeah, he was doing what you had in mind the whole time. You know what? Maybe that shot's better than I thought.
You know, you got to be careful here though, because you can't hit this one too hard, because she might actually hit the side of the rack and maybe scratch in that bottom right-hand corner. So you got to really maintain the speed here on this shot.
So you think he could curve around the top ball, hit the side of the
maybe
rack?
just glance the side of the rack and scratch.
Well, that'd be awful. That's why I don't like this location, because you have to play for the absolute perfect angle.
Right.
Kind of, you have a little leeway.
Well,
but
obviously he wanted a little bit better on this, but I think as long as he hits this delicately, a couple balls will come out.
you know what? It looks better than I thought with the rack there. He's going to go into the top, one of the top, maybe hit both top balls here. Yeah, that's a lot better
He's
than I
just got to
thought.
watch though that he doesn't hit that side rail and maybe come over and scratch in the opposite side. Is that a possibility? You got to be careful, because the ball's going to pick up English when it hits the rack, because you're coming across it.
Depends on how hard you hit it. Yeah, let's see what he
Put a
does.
little bit inside English to check it out, maybe.
Possibly. But yeah, he just maybe just straight top, but I don't like it. But he
He's
got
got that ball hanging in the side, so he's okay. As long as that cue ball will pass the 8 ball there.
Tell you what I've been doing a lot lately. This is it's kind of I don't know if it's a secret. It might not be the right thing either, but I've been doing it. But I put a premium on making the break shot.
Okay.
And so I've been doing a lot of just center ball with top.
Mm-hmm.
And it's been working pretty good for me.
I see quite a lot of players are doing that. You know, I try a lot of times. I put a lot of English on balls, even when it's not necessary. And I'm watching a lot of these players here, and it's basically center ball, maybe a little above center, a little below, not really spinning the balls.
No, I haven't run. I run my high run's 196. Run a lot of hundreds, a lot of, the 80s and 90s and stuff. So I'm not saying that is the right way to play, but when you want to just run some balls and not make a mistake, just use center ball.
Did he just miss that
Yeah,
shot?
he did. Well, that was a tough shot because he's jacked up. Pretty badly jacked up, shooting at an angle.
Unfortunate error there.
A very small pocket when you're shooting 45 degrees.
Right.
That shot was like a lot tougher than it looked. But my point is that break shot, missing a break shot with the right English is is worthless.
Right.
It's better to just make the ball
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
9 times out of 10.
I mean, yeah, absolutely. You know, if you don't make the ball and you break them open, what good does it do you? Your opponent's just going to get up and he's going to take your work away from you.
Oh, so it's the worst thing ever.
Did Corey take a break or something?
I think so. You know, jacking up on the, if he took a little more time, sometimes when you focus on those shots, and you stay down and you hit it good, you still come close to missing because you were jacked up. It was in the side pocket. You hit it soft and it rolled off, but it went into one side of the pocket. Like, that's a tough shot even if you hit it,
Well,
real
if you
good.
get a little bit of English on it, you might miss a little bit being that you're jacked up like
Yeah.
that.
So point being that if you just kind of jump up there and hit it, yeah, you're going to miss it a lot more than if you try hard, take a little more time on it, bear down, do everything right. That's worth its weight in gold if you try real hard.
Now, what do you do if you're Corey coming into this? Do you play that combo, or do you play that 3-ball into the bottom right-hand corner to free up those balls there? The problem I see with doing that is you're going to run into that blue ball, the 4-ball or 2-ball. Maybe it's going to run into your breakable.
This is the 3-ball, right?
Yeah.
So I'd play that ball first, then the 3, nudge those balls open, and then play these balls, use the 7 to break open the balls on the bottom rail.
Right.
Even though those balls up by the spot don't need to be broken up because they will go in,
Yeah, it's just
I'd do it anyway.
of taking the right ball first.
Yeah. Eventually get that ball up table, but my first concern is the couple clusters, or at least that one cluster
Yeah,
on
I
the
don't
bottom
like
rail.
that ball up top being like it's almost mid-table right up on the rail.
hmm
It's not bad when you have a second ball down table like
Right.
that to work with it. You know, either to lead you towards it or to lead you back down. He took care of that little issue very nicely.
We'll see if well, he's gonna get this. He's figuring out how to get that combo broken up on the bottom.
Right. He might be better off shooting it after this ball.
Yeah.
Because he still has that other ball there, the 9-ball.
hmm
As a possibility in case they don't quite open the way he would have liked.
Right. He might use the 7. See, now he can hit that ball thin, come off of that bottom rail.
Right. Now, do you want to hit this going in or on the way back out?
Going in, like that.
Okay.
That was nice. You don't want to hit it full in the face.
Right.
It's the last thing you want to do.
It's going to be like a little pendulum ball.
Right.
The other one's just going to double hit and stay there. It's not going to solve anything.
Yeah, it'll make the cluster even tougher.
Right.
Freeze them at a 45-degree angle. And they'll be laughing at you with both balls.
Oh, I know that feeling. He still has to work with that ball table. I'm not really sure how he's going to get there at this point. And the ball on the left side of the table, and it's not a real issue. And it's off the rail, so it's an easy ball to get position off of. And when the balls are on the rail, it's a little more tedious to work something with it. But it's not that big of an issue over there. No, I like actually playing this 11 ball on the side right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, may as well since you're straight in on
You
it.
go right after that ball that's hanging in the bottom right afterwards.
Yeah, just to get so you can get right on that.
Maybe play for the 6 or the 9 afterwards.
Maybe get the 9 next, then the hanger, then the 6. 'Cause that way you don't have to play double shape
Right.
on the 6, then the 9. But if you get the 9, then the corner
Actually
ball.
taking the break ball away. Is he going to play for the 6 ball as the break ball?
I don't know. I'm surprised because that one was sitting perfect. He wanted to
He
get.
saw that as a lead ball to get back on table.
Yeah, but He must have.
Corey likes to shoot those behind the rack break shots.
That one's pretty far from the center line, though. I guess he likes it, though. I guess it doesn't have to be right on
I
that
think
line.
he's thinking he'll play this ball on the right side to get to that ball,
Mhm.
and then he'll hit the weak part of the rack on the left side.
Well, now the 11's a problem, though, because it's a funny angle in the side. He's going to have to play perfect shape, either up in the corner or in the side.
You know, I see him going this 15 ball to the 9 in the bottom right-hand
Yeah.
corner to get into the 11 to play for the 4
Right.
or the 6.
Now, will he try to get this in the side or in the corner?
I think he's going to play it on the side. Obviously, the ball up in the corner is a bigger pocket,
Right.
and it doesn't demand such a precise position to get for it. Whereas the side, it's a little more demanding where you are for it. He's looking at the side now, weighing his options to the corner. Looks like I think he's gonna play this in the corner. This way he could stroke this ball a little bit better. He doesn't have to worry about it. Okay, he saw something a little differently. I'm not sure why he did that.
Corey was talking before this match. We're talking about his last match. He ran like 96 on Earl in one of his matches. I think it was Earl, maybe it was another guy. But anyway, it took him like 5 innings to make
He didn't quite get there.
4 balls, he said.
He's going to have to go back and forth here. And maybe put a little bit inside English to sweep down to play for the left side of the 6 and play. He's just got to watch he doesn't scratch. If he's putting a lot of English on this ball. So he's coming right towards it.
Man, that was a good call, because he almost scratched.
Actually, one of the runs that I have on video, I played a shot like that.
And scratched?
I know, I did the same thing. I hit the point and escaped it and got on my break shot.
Yeah, that's not the one you want to be shooting.
No.
He messed up. He didn't roll firm.
I didn't like his end pattern there.
Should have rolled up, shot the ball in the corner, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, just taking that. Sometimes you get tight out there.
Yeah.
These are buckets. Look how slow. This is what I was thinking. Before the tournament, Jason Shaw ran 276 balls on that table.
On that very table.
Earl ran 200. Earl's like, yeah, everybody's gonna run 200-300 balls, and that was like, okay. I'm thinking, wait till the tournament starts. Let me see how fast and loose and how many hundreds you're running. And now look, everybody's all tight, and not everybody's running out those hundreds.
We've had a couple, but nothing crazy.
So that straight pool is a little different when you're out here in the World Championship or a big straight pool tournament.
Right.
You got to be like Mike Tyson.
Right. Do you follow this with inside English and go 3 rails behind, or do you?
Well,
I think he's going to be hitting the meat of the rack. I think he's going to be hitting the 8 ball.
I like high left in this particular case, just because. Well, I want to make it. I might even. Yeah.
He's hitter in the center of the pack.
Well, maybe one, maybe 11. Yeah, 1 in the 11, or maybe just 11. But
yeah, that's the problem. Is the ball is going to carry him off so low, and that the left-hand English is not really going to sweep him out. I think he was better off going the 3 rails behind than that type of shot.
You got to hit it harder though, and then you might miss. That's the problem. And that's like before. There's a premium on making the break shot. If you miss, there's nothing worse than a missed break shot. So that might have been the right shot, what you said. Juice it up with high right.
Right.
But now you're playing on a Olhausen, which rattles, even though it has big pockets. If you hit it funny, it will rattle because of the angle of the pockets. And that was a funny angle. Like if you hit the rail going in hard.
Right.
So now you have a big chance of missing if you hit the rail going in, and then you just open it up for the other guy. Now playing by yourself, just seeing how many balls you can run. or if you're just Mr. Supreme Confidence and you go for everything and you feel totally good,
Right, right,
you
right.
know. But you can see how like a little reserved they're playing.
Now he's probably going to play this 11 to lead back for that 9 ball. I don't think he quite got the angle that he wanted. He rolled a little too far. And I don't think he has that 5 ball in the bottom right hand corner.
So Corey, he was talking about how it's funny that the score affects the way you play.
Mm-hmm.
Or how it can affect the way you play. But if we didn't know the score and we just got out every inning to play that inning, whether you're down 99-0 or you're up 96-3, a lot of times that has an effect on how you play, for good or for better. But really, you gotta get out there and play like it's, you know, another inning and just play your best.
Right.
You can't get out there and be like, oh, this match is over and goof off, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Or I got this match, and then let your guard down. So there's a premium on consistency and like having your routine, the way you're playing,
Right, right.
and yeah, stuff like that. That 11 ball looks like it's a good little
Yeah, I think
break
that
shot.
may pass the one that's in the bottom of the cluster there.
Mm-hmm.
He's lining up that 3-ball combo into the corner though.
Corey'd rather shoot a 3-ball combo just because he likes that kind of stuff.
Unfortunately, that 5-ball, it takes away a lot right now that he can't just play the 10 for that 11 because his position margin to get for that 11 is a lot less because it's there.
Mm-hmm. Because of that 1 ball.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
He
one.
might be able to pop into the now and go forward and maybe play the ball that's close to the bottom rail there.
Right.
I think he's still looking at that 3-ball combo. I don't think he likes walking away from the table and wondering, did it go?
No way. No way. That was tricky because the balls weren't frozen
Yeah.
and weird things happen. Sometimes you think it's going to throw, but it cuts.
Right,
Sometimes you hit it harder and it causes a miss.
right.
Like if he hit that real soft, it might have gone because the way
Mhm.
you know, just the cloth and the
Yeah,
pocket.
being that he was shooting across it, it may have pushed him
Right.
to the rail, to the right side of the rail.
Yeah, those are iffy type combos.
Especially, like I said, with that space, you don't really know exactly how much it's going to throw because of that space.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to get maybe add a little bit of English to change that.
Mm-hmm.
Or use your gear system to make the closest throw that you need.
Right. Now is he Frenchman? Because he knows that chance. Corey, too, you give me a chance. I think you're going to run 100 and out on me.
Does he play this 8-ball right now? You know, to free up that ball with those 2 balls that are sitting in the rack area.
Not a bad idea. Kind of go right in between those 2 and then leave the
Lightly
11.
sweep into them and then have the 11 as the
Yeah.
insurance ball.
Yeah, I like that. Or just do it that way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then the ball up there, which is fine because they work hand in hand up there together. He actually might leave one of those balls as a key ball.
Yep.
Since it's on the same side of the table as his break ball.
Mm-hmm. That 7s actually can be a good key ball once in a while if you have an angle on it.
Right.
And you can go around 2 rails underneath.
He plays the ball on the rail here and pretty much comes out where he is now. Maybe you can draw this out a little bit. No, he's going to go. He tried to better the break ball.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, I think it quite worked out the way he wanted though, because he's a little awkward
Whoa.
now shooting that 11.
Why did he do that? I mean, because they're so tough to get. If you're better in that, how are you gonna? What shape are you playing for? You know.
Yeah, I know.
But he runs 400 balls,
He
so
gambled.
he's not
I
playing
think he
fast and
wanted to
loose. That's the problem.
hit that ball a little bit fuller, you know, moving it up like he did. But since he hit the side of the ball, he swept off it and worked away from the 11 ball. And now he's kind of, if you choose to shoot one of these balls up top, he's shooting off the ball. He really makes this a little tough on himself.
What do you think the best zone to be in is? The best state of mind on the table, like or the best feeling?
The best feeling.
Well, my question is not very good. Like, okay, well, what I'm trying to say, when you know the ball's going in, pretty much every shot, you're so confident, you're not even worried about missing.
Right.
That's the best thing,
And
because now you're just
feel
walking
that-
the cue ball
you feel
around.
that position, you know
Yeah.
exactly where it's going to land.
Yeah. And then you get the guys out here like this, even though they're both world champions, or anybody. I'm not saying all the time, but the possibility of missing enters their mind.
Right.
And not, not so much.
Kind of like that Zen way of thinking.
I don't know. It's just more like heaven on the pool table,
Sure.
right?
Sure.
But yeah, I would think so. You know, it'll fall into Zen.
Do you relax subconscious, state?
It's such a good way to play pool when you're in that state where you.
Right. He actually
know the ball's
made
going
this
in.
work. All he's going to do
Yeah, I'm
here is
impressed.
he's going to sweep off this ball, maybe go to the rail and out, which is the better way because you can control it better.
Yeah, yeah.
A lot of times you look to shoot that ball and you end up checking it up and you end up really flat on your break ball. So you're better off leading towards the rail and working out. You get better judge of speed.
As a side note, even though they're not playing like fast and loose, that's the mark of a champion. Like, even though you're a little bit tight or the balls aren't perfect for you, you're not playing perfect position, to be able to like get out anyway, like fight your way through
Right.
the rack, back up, make that long shot, recover.
Let's see where we're at with the score here. Like 35-28 in favor of Mr. Cohen.
Nice looking break shot here.
Now you just hit this with a follow stroke, maybe a little bit of a left-hand English.
Ooh, look at that. Wow, that's as nice looking as a break shot that was. He ended up scratching in the corner pocket.
Oh, you did. I'm sorry.
I want to
Mr.
play on the tight
Elvin's
pocket.
Here working the technical side of our stream.
Yeah, the slow crawl into the corner. Espresso, I need my espresso.
I got to cycle the router.
Alvin Nelson on the technical aspects. Doing a great job as always for InsidePool.tv.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he just actually mentioned that we're actually not streaming right now.
Oh, really?
But we are recording, so we're just going to keep going here. We're going to talk like you guys are still there. Because there will be an audience for the DVDs once they're done.
Oh, I thought you said we are streaming still.
No, he's playing around with the router settings.
Who does Corey do? Trivia question. Whose chalking style Is Corey's chalking style modeled after?
You got me there. I mean, I know he chalks a little untraditionally. He kind of like grinds it in.
He shoots with his right hand and he chalks with his left hand, right?
Right.
So I do the opposite. But I think it's very efficient to do it like he does because you're not always switching the cue around.
Right.
I kind of like, I mean, I enjoy the way that but I think I like the way he does it. And I saw an old tape of Jimmy Karras.
Mm-hmm.
And Jimmy's doing the same thing, and he kind of shakes his cue. And he grew up with Jimmy Karras. He learned from Jimmy Karras how to play straight pool.
Okay.
I'm not saying he modeled it after him, but there's a chance that he did. Or maybe subconsciously it just turned out that way. Or it's just his own style. But it was interesting to see Jimmy Karras chalking. Very similar.
You know, one of my old mentors, when I first started playing, he always used to tell me to actually chalk with your hand that actually holds holds on the route. You know, if you're right-handed, you would use your right hand to chalk.
Right,
and
right.
while it actually stops your train of thought, so you could chalk. But meanwhile, when you're doing that, you could actually relook at the table at that same time.
I like looking at the tip a lot too when I chalk. So doing it with my right hand makes sense for me.
Right.
But if you have that feel and you don't need to look at it, that's fine too.
Mm-hmm.
But I think Earl maybe chalks with his right hand. Well, it's just interesting. Everybody out there listening, kind of take note of that and watch your favorite players. Pay attention to yourself and the players in your pool hall, what they do.
Corey's got quite the situation here.
Yeah, what are you going to do here?
I mean,
Power
you play
draw?
safe, you play safe.
Well,
That's exactly what he did. Put him in the center of the table up on the rail.
it's a good shot.
Is there a dead carom there, or is that 9-ball? They use a 5-ball into the lower left-hand corner. You know, maybe the head ball and just on the left there, maybe rolling right up into that, hitting into that ball, shooting it into the bottom left.
Really?
I mean, I wouldn't take it. It looks like it might be there.
You'd have to, I mean, if it was really there, you might take it.
That depends on who my opponent is.
Tell you what, knowing those combos and being able to read them is key, because they definitely win a lot of matches for you. So everybody out there, study up on that. But this is a really great shot by Corey, I believe. Really put Stefan, he might just take a foul here.
Right.
You know what I mean? But then now he's at a disadvantage, because if they go back and forth, he'd be the first on three.
Exactly.
That's why it's a really good shot, and it's a real tough shot to play a safety off of. See what he does. I think he's at a big disadvantage here.
Just looking at what's frozen. Does he have a ball that he can just roll right into? And if they're frozen, he's going to get a good reaction on the second ball. Just know, from his perspective, I don't like the position that I'm in right now. No matter what you do, you're going to loosen something up there. Either leaving an easy safety again or a shot. You just take the back scratch, maybe just tickling those balls.
Right. Look at this.
Yeah, I think he gave it to him.
Good
He's
Lord.
definitely got that 4-ball on the bottom.
It was better just to take a foul, or he did take a foul, but now he took a foul that left him a shot.
You know, take the foul. Either way, it's a foul, but he gave him the opportunity now, because if he just left it up top, or he's just going to back scratch, eventually it's on Stefan to do something. You play that 4-ball and you just it's 2 routes, maybe play for that 5-ball. Staying underneath it. He's perfect here.
Tell you what, Stefan,
he doesn't have a guaranteed shot after this, but we really have a lot to work with.
That was unfortunate for Stefan. He really let the cat out of the bag here. You know, it was he's just trying to land up in those balls like a one pocket shot, but
Yeah.
one little inch
Yeah.
gave Corey a little
I
opening.
don't think it was unfortunate. I think, he was. I don't think he was in a really good position
Well,
to start with.
well, you're right.
He
Yeah.
gambled on it. I don't think he called it bad luck.
Right. It was a risky. Anything he did was kind of tough there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, maybe what he tried was pretty good, all considering.
And maybe, Corey saw that from all the one pocket
Mhm.
he's been playing lately. He's seeing that more defensive side of the game. I think Corey's going to shoot that 11 and go up and back and maybe play for that 6 ball in the bottom right-hand corner. I don't think that 6 passes into the side pocket from here.
Yeah, 100 to 13. 100 to 13. Yeah, last night we jumped after
Corey's,
yeah, playing.
it's not a super tough shot, but he is shooting off the rail here. Kind of limits what he can put on the ball here. Not like he needs a lot on it, but he's not going to have a real open stroke with this type of shot.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to play it last night. Yeah, I won 3 matches, so I should so tomorrow it goes to the elimination bracket.
Wow.
24 players. And I have to take the loser out.
Stefan, looks like Corey didn't quite get where he wanted to. Let's see how he handles this one.
He's a little, yeah.
And Corey's not liking it.
Straight pool's funny. It's not as easy as it looks or sounds.
Yeah. And everyone says, like, you got all these balls to shoot in any pocket. It sounds,
Right.
sounds easy
Okay.
until you're actually on the table. And you realize, what balls link to each other and how crucial it is sometimes to just get right on that one ball.
Yep.
I see David in the chat. He's like, Max, it's like, oh, come on, Max, 14.1 is easy.
It can be. It can look easy. That's what my grandpa said about Moscone. He said every time he saw Moscone, he ran over 100 balls. He said it was like nothing watching
It looks
Willie.
easy, yeah.
They made it look so easy. It was boring, kind of. The only question whatsoever was, is he going to get a break shot?
Yeah.
Or get balls after the break. And usually he did.
See, David is actually giving you a compliment right now. He says Max Everly makes it look easy.
Thanks, man. David Sapolis.
Dave Sapolis,
Sapolis.
blackjack.
Like Metropolis,
Mhm.
kind of. Excellent instructor David is. Check out his stuff.
It's at Blackjack University.
Deadstroke University, maybe?
That's correct.
Yeah.
I apologize, David. A little tired right now. I haven't had much sleep the last couple of days.
He learned a lot from some legends like Cicero Murphy and others. Cicero is an interesting player.
God, he hit it.
Look at that. Was he trying to break those up?
I think he overdid it. I think he was,
Good Lord.
judging by the line he was taking, I think he was playing for that 6 ball in the
Really?
corner.
Maybe hit it thinner than he thought.
Yeah, the cue ball didn't
Oh.
lose any momentum.
Look at this. It's a perfect little break shot. Can
I
nudge
guess
the
that 6 ball
7.
passes into the side.
Looks like it. Cool.
Yes, it did.
Yeah, he hit. No,
So
look
he's
at
actually
that.
got that
13.
11 ball,
Or
13.
11, whatever it is.
This is
That's
just stop,
11.
stop, stop. Actually, you just want to
Stop,
roll up a
follow.
little bit after the 3 ball in the corner.
Hmm. Interested to see how he shoots, what kind of spin he puts on this break shot.
Now, I think this ball, you're okay hitting it at a little left-hand English and just going the one rail out. If you're going to be hitting between the center and that third ball.
Hmm.
I'm sorry, in the second ball. So you're not really hitting a meaty part of the rack.
A buddy of mine texted me, David DeLugich from Memphis texted me that Corey learned from D. Atkins a lot as a kid. That was probably after what's the guy? Karras. And D's given some lessons lately, some clinics and stuff. And D learned some stuff from David Howard. So there's a lot to be learned out here.
Absolutely. Everyone has their own technique and different style, and sometimes you put all those different styles together and you form your own style.
Right.
And, you know. But, you know, the other side of this, sometimes all those different knowledge come together, it just makes it harder for it all to click. You know, your brain gets so confused with all these different sources of information that come together. You know?
Right. Eventually it does.
Actually, I'll go the 3 rails behind.
Yep. Now Dennis Hatch, he likes that shot, doing that with the 3 rails. And he's having a good tournament. He just won 100 to 13, I think.
Yeah, I think he's got
Jason
his 3
Shaw.
wins. So I
He
think
ran
he's
86.
looking like he could proceed into the tournament stage, I believe.
But I was telling him earlier that's really not all you want to go for, because if you can win all your matches, now you're going to be seated higher in the final 32,
Right.
which is a good thing. And the better scores that you do also helps your seeding.
Right.
So don't just like rest on your 3 wins. You know what I mean?
Right.
You want to try to win every single match in the round robin.
Now, does the top seed actually get a bye in the first round of the
No.
tournament, or?
No, shouldn't.
Okay.
But should play the
I've never
bottom
made
seed.
it out of the round robin, so I'm not quite sure on how it works.
Yeah, the top seed plays the bottom seed,
Okay.
and then second seed plays the next to bottom seed, and so on. Yeah. Sure to get there. One of these tournaments.
Can I clip that scoreboard? Actually, early yesterday, they found out that 2 players weren't going to make it, and they were looking for some players.
Really?
So my good friend Charlie Eames and another friend of mine, Eddie Clark,
Mm-hmm.
they just whipped out their wallets and they threw hundreds down. So come on, Steve,
580?
play.
That's cool.
But I couldn't do it.
Oh,
You know,
darn.
I'd feel guilty.
Really?
Yeah.
Guilty why?
I felt honored that they thought that way, that I should play. But I just don't feel like I'm playing well enough to actually do well.
Well, that's one way you get your
Just to spark the game a
experience.
little bit.
Well, you got to get under the heat in order to become used to it.
Right. Yeah, I just felt like my mindset wasn't totally there
Well,
into playing the game.
you know how you feel, so at the same time,
Right.
don't want to jump in just to throw down $600.
Right. Yeah, I played a qualifier over to Amsterdam,
Mm-hmm.
and I took 3rd in the qualifier. It's my 3rd year in a row I've actually taken 3rd.
Well, they didn't give it to you. You had to take it. So
Yeah. We'll get there. So, anyway, back to the game.
that's a weird little 4-ball lineup right there. And the
Yeah.
1 ball's blocking a good. So he might use the 1, or just nudge it like that, like he did.
Yeah, those 4 balls lined up like that with like those balls that are on the string that are on your
Right.
desk. They swing back and forth. The ones in the middle always stay together. It's just the outer ones that
Right.
actually break free.
Yeah, and that's what happened. Look at that. Now he's got to break up those 2. I was going to say he could do it with the
wanted to
5.
roll forward like a ball of
Yeah.
distance to leave and give him the angle to sweep back into him, and he didn't quite get there. He doesn't really have an angle to just roll forward a little bit to have an angle to either draw into those or. You have to shoot this 4 and sweep over maybe and break up that 8-2.
You know, he could.
Is he going to play for the 4 to get on that 14? Maybe stop back there and play one of those balls up top to either corner?
Yeah, he could play him up in the corner.
The problem there is that he's not going to have a break shot.
Yeah.
He's taking away all of his possibilities in order to solve this problem. Or is he just going to look to play safe after it? Yeah, can he, at that point, nudge one of those balls out of the break shot and stay in the rack area, give him ball in hand up top?
Possibly. Ooh, we might draw into the 2-8, nudge the 8 out for a break shot and hope he has a shot on the 2.
Exactly. Do you hit this hard enough so the 8 actually hits the rail and back out? Or do you try and judge the speed just to shift it over that foot?
Wow. That
You
was
get it
cool.
good, but doesn't have a gimme on this, on the 2.
4 rails, cut it in the lower right pocket. Well, that's real thin.
Yeah, that cue ball is going to be whipping around the table.
Or you could do an Efren kill shot, cut it in the lower left, and kill it around 2 rails, just perfect for the 8, right around the 8.
That's a tough shot.
Oh, look at this. Yeah, he's going to do your shot.
Play shape for the,
The 2 comes up top, right?
Yep.
He didn't get the angle he wanted.
No, he didn't. He's real steep on this. I mean, it's a makeable shot. And definitely the break shot is there going to the rails, so it's back 2 rails and into the pack.
Steve, any idea what the score is?
Not quite sure.
Can we read that?
Well, they haven't adjusted yet, and it's 39-37 in favor of Corey Deuel, but I think Mr. Cohen shot every ball in this rack. So that would make it 53-37.
Might have to get out of here before the match is over. Go take a nap. I got to play again at 6.
Okay.
Play Appleton.
Actually, Mr. Cohen has 51-39. I'm sorry there, I inverted the score. I'm sorry, David. I'm doing my best with the counting here. I think Max is actually going to break away and take a little nap. He has
All right, guys. I'll see you later. Thanks a lot. Thank you, Steve. It was
Okay,
fun.
it was a pleasure, Max.
Thanks, man.
Glad you joined in with us. I think we're going to have Upstate Al coming back in the booth. Max has a match a little bit later, so he wants to get some rest. Because Mr. Cohen looks up at the shot. He is real steep on this ball. He looks like he's right on that 50-yard line. I personally, if I'm him, I'm shooting to the to my right side pocket, right corner pocket. Yeah, it's just my personal preference. What side of the table I see better from